Perfume still on my jacket, like the night never moved on. Every street we used to drive through feels quieter alone. I still hear your laughter softly inside crowded city bars. Funny how a single person can stay inside your heart. Maybe we were never broken. Maybe timing pulled us apart. Two souls drifting through the midnight, missing where they are. I still see you in the neon, in the glow of passing cars. Every city light reminds me love can leave invisible scars. I still see you in the neon, even when the night feels cold. Somebody else can hold my body, but never hold my soul. Conversations fade like smoke trails, floating through the after hours. And the silence hits much harder after temporary lovers. Every sunrise feels emotional. After nights I drive too far, trying to outrun the memory of who we were. Maybe healing means accepting that some feelings never die. Maybe love becomes a ghost light, following us through life. I still see you in the neon, like reflections in the rain. Every passing moment carries pieces of your name. I still see you in the neon, even now you feel so close. Some connections leave forever, written in the soul. I still see you in the neon, but the pain feels different now. Like the weight inside my chest has finally settled down. I still see you in the neon, as the city fades to gray. And somewhere between the silence, I slowly drift away. Some people become memories before we're ready to lose them. Now the freeway feels like heaven, mixed with something close to pain. Every light becomes emotional, falling softly through the rain. Now the freeway feels like heaven, while your ghost moves through my chest. And the silence after midnight still won't let me rest. Street signs passing in slow motion, like reflections from a dream. And the skyline looks much softer than it really used to seem. I can feel the distance changing, like the weight begins to lift. But your memory still visits every time the night gets deep. Maybe healing starts with silence, not with trying to erase. Maybe some love keeps existing inside another place. Now the freeway feels like heaven, but the ache feels less severe. Like the storm inside my bloodstream finally disappeared. Rain keeps dancing on the skyline, like it knows I'm still awake. Every heartbeat in the silence feels too heavy to escape. I still drive the same direction through the streets we used to know, like the city keeps your shadow hidden in its glow. Maybe some love leaves a feeling that the night can't wash away. Maybe hearts keep certain people long after they change. Now the rain falls through the neon like a memory made of light. Every road becomes emotional when I'm driving through the night. Now the rain falls through the neon while your echo fills the air, and the silence after midnight still feels like you're there. Late night conversations fading into cigarette smoke and rain. Every memory feels softer, but it never fully changed. I can feel the distance growing, like the city breathing slow. Yet some part of me still searches everywhere I go. Maybe healing starts the moment we stop asking what went wrong. Maybe broken hearts recover by learning to move on. Now the rain falls through the neon, but the ache feels less intense, like the storm inside my chest has finally made some sense. Now the rain falls through the neon as the skyline fades to blue, and somewhere beyond the silence I stop chasing you. Now the rain falls through the neon as the morning starts to rise, like the ghost of what we once were, finally saying goodbye. Now the rain falls through the neon, and the city feels brand new, like the darkness slowly opened to let me through. Some memories glow forever. Even in the rain. Headlights moving through the rainfall, like reflections from a dream. Every silence in the backseat feels louder than it seems. I still keep your last message, though I never read it twice. Some things hurt a little deeper when they disappear too quiet. Maybe we became a memory long before the final goodbye. Maybe love starts fading slowly right before we realize. Now I'm dancing with the shadow in the corners of my mind. Every road I take at midnight leaves your echo right beside. Now I'm dancing with your shadow while the city falls asleep, trying not to feel the distance between your heart and me. Neon lights across the highway blur like tears against the glass. Every stranger passing by me feels temporary when you last. I can hear the morning coming, but the night won't let me go. Somewhere in the empty silence, I still feel your soul. Maybe healing looks like loneliness before it turns to peace. Maybe hearts don't stop remembering, they just slowly learn release. Now I'm dancing with your shadow under faded city lights. Every memory keeps spinning like a film across my eyes. Now I'm dancing with your shadow till the loneliness feels thin. Some connections keep returning, no matter where they've been. Now I'm dancing with your shadow, but it doesn't hurt the same. Like the storm inside my chest has finally begun to change. Now I'm dancing with your shadow as the skyline turns to gold. And somewhere between the silence, I finally let you go. Some memories fade slowly, but they never really leave. passing car below me sounds like calling your name. I still keep the way you looked at me somewhere deep inside my chest, like a photograph still burning long after the moment left. Maybe we were too emotional for a world that moves too fast. Maybe love becomes eternal right after it passes. Now the night keeps pulling closer, like it knows I'm still awake. Every heartbeat in the silence feels like something about to break. Now the night keeps pulling closer while the city disappears, and your memory moves around it like smoke inside the air. Street lights flicker on the freeway like emotions turning gold, and the loneliness feels softer than the nights when love was cold. I can feel the distance changing, like the weight is getting light, but some part of me still searches for you in every night. Maybe healing starts in silence, not in trying to forget. Maybe hearts continue beating for the things they never get. Now the night keeps pulling closer, and the rain begins to fall. Every memory keeps dancing across my apartment walls. Now the night keeps pulling closer, but the ache feels less severe, like the darkness slowly teaching me why you disappeared. Now the night keeps pulling closer as the skyline starts to fade, like the version of us living somewhere yesterday. Now the night keeps pulling closer till the sunrise fills the room, and somewhere beyond the silence I stop chasing you. Some people become part of the night, even after they're gone. Taxi lights blur through the rainfall, like emotions passing slow. Every midnight conversation still follows where I go. I still feel your hands around me in the coldest part of night, like the city keeps repeating everything we left behind. Maybe we became addicted to the feeling of the end. Maybe some hearts stay connected even after they descend. Now the after hours feel endless. Every shadow feels alive. Every memory keeps dancing underneath flashing lights. Now the after hours feel endless, while your echo fills my chest. And the silence after loving you still won't let me rest. Street reflections on the pavement look like pieces of the past, and the city feels much colder when the memories come back. I can feel the distance changing, like the ache begins to fade, but your ghost still moves beside me every time it rains. Maybe healing isn't perfect, maybe closure never comes, maybe lonely nights keep teaching who we become. Now the after hours feel endless, but the darkness feels less cold, like the storm inside my bloodstream. Finally let me go. Now the after hours feel endless, as the skyline turns to gray, and somewhere beyond the silence you slowly fade away. Now the after hours feel endless, as the morning fills the sky, like the ghost of what we once were, finally saying goodbye. Now the after hours feel endless, but my chest feels light again, like the night finally released me from what could have been. Some nights turn into memories before they even end.
Trains moving through the distance, like emotions leaving slow. Every shadow in the station feels like someone I once knew. I still hear your voice in echoes underneath the city sound, like the night itself remembers how we used to love. Maybe time was never meant to erase what we became. Maybe hearts continue carrying every little flame. Now the midnight feels electric, while your memory fills the air. Every light across the skyline feels like finding you somewhere. Now the midnight feels electric, every breath becomes a wave, and the silence after loving you still refuses to fade. Rain keeps falling on the avenue, like the sky can feel it too. And the city glows much softer when I think about you. Every rooftop conversation still repeats inside my head, like the words we never finished, never fully left. Maybe healing comes from distance. Maybe distance changes form. Maybe lonely nights become the place where new hearts are born. Now the midnight feels electric, but the pain begins to shift, like the darkness slowly opening into something different. Now the midnight feels electric, as the skyline fades to gray, and somewhere inside the silence I'll let you drift away. Now the midnight feels electric, as the morning starts to rise, like the ghost of what we once were, finally saying goodbye. Now the midnight feels electric, but my chest feels lighter now, like the storm inside me finally calmed itself down. Some nights stay inside your bloodstream, long after they end. Your reflection on the freeway still appears in passing lights. Every midnight conversation replays inside my mind. I can hear the rain collapsing on the rooftop of my thoughts, in the silence after loving you still hits the hardest part. Maybe we were built from moments never meant to fully stay. Just two shadows crossing slowly before they fade away. Now I'm lost inside the afterglow of everything we were. Every touch becomes a memory. Every memory still hurts. Now I'm lost inside the afterglow while the city turns to blue, trying to find another version of myself without you. The apartment feels much colder since your side became untouched. Funny how the smallest absence can still become too much. And the nights feel never ending when the world turns quiet again. Every thought keeps drifting backwards. pretending we moved on. Maybe some hearts stay connected even after love is gone. Now I'm lost inside the afterglow of your voice inside my head. Every road I keep on taking leads to things we never said. Now I'm lost inside the afterglow, but the darkness feels less deep. Like my soul is slowly learning how to finally breathe. Now I'm lost inside the afterglow, but the weight begins to fade. Like the storm inside my chest has finally changed. Now I'm lost inside the afterglow as the morning starts to rise. And somewhere beyond the silence, I leave us behind. Some love stays in the atmosphere long after it disappears. Ring light moving through the rear view, like a movie losing frame. Every mile becomes a memory. Every road repeats your name. I still reach across the silence, like you're somewhere next to me. But the space beside my heartbeat only answers quietly. Maybe love was never fragile. Maybe we just held too tight. Watching something slowly vanish under city lights. I keep driving through the midnight, trying not to turn around. Every corner of the city still remembers how we sounded. I keep driving through the midnight while your echo fills the air, like the reflection made of glass. I keep driving through the midnight while the silence pulls me in. Some connections never disappear, even after they end. Some nights stay with you forever, even after you leave them behind.
Is glowing softly under fading midnight rain. Every reflection on the pavement still reminds me of your face. I can feel your absence moving through the corners of this town, like the silence learned your language after you left me now.
Maybe healing isn't linear. Maybe hearts restart too slow. Maybe love leaves little shadows everywhere. sky, and the ghost of what we once were slowly passes by. Now the boulevard feels haunted, but I finally understand. Some people leave a feeling that never really ends. Some roads remember everything, even after love is gone. The city breathes through the window while the rain runs down the glass. Every light becomes a memory, trying not to look back. I still wear the same expression, like the night you walked away. Somewhere underneath the silence, your echo still remains. Maybe some things fade in slow motion, right before they disappear. Maybe hearts keep holding on to what they used to hear. Now the skyline feels emotional, feels emotional as the sunrise starts to show. And somewhere inside the silence, I finally let you go. Some nights change you forever, even after they end. Ocean air feels different lately, cooler underneath the lights. Every wave against the shoreline sounds like you at night. I still replay our last conversation like a scene that never ends. Some memories stay alive forever inside your head. Maybe love was made to teach us how to lose without escape. Maybe hearts continue breaking long after they change. Now the coastline feels electric. Every star looks half asleep. Every thought becomes emotional when the night gets deep. Now the coastline feels electric while your ghost moves through the air. In the silence after midnight, it still feels like you're there. Late night headlights by the harbor blur like tears against the dark, and the city feels much quieter since we fell apart. I can feel the distance healing, something broken in my chest. But some nights your memory still lands heavy in my head. Maybe healing takes forever. Maybe hearts adapt too slow. Maybe lonely nights are necessary to finally let go. Now the coastline feels electric, but the pain begins to fade, like the storm inside my bloodstream finally changed. Now the coastline feels electric as the sunrise hits the sea. And somewhere beyond the silence, you stop haunting